Steve, thank you. Thank you all for coming out this weekend and being a part of this record turnout. I believe our previous record was 2 years ago, 215 players, and we are now at, I think, players, 275. Wow. Thank you guys. It's awesome. It's all about you players and our family and our fallen losers. And thank you for being here for them. And I'm going to bring up, I want to bring up young Stevens back up here. We're going to give everybody that would like to say something about a story about one of their fallen Foos friends or family would like to come out, and I want to have Jim come up. We're going to give them a moment of silence for 15 seconds. But before he comes up here too, and also, let's all, let's also take a moment of silence and thoughts for everybody over in Paris, France with this what's going on. Okay, here's Jim back, and we'll give everybody a chance to come up and we'll talk about some more loved ones. That's what this is all about here this evening. Thank you guys for coming out.
Way to go, Joe!
Thank you, Joe! I think 16 years ago when Joe started this tournament to honor his best friend Bart, who had passed away, I'm not sure he envisioned it would become this. A major championship. As I travel around internationally and nationally, people always talk about the Bart Hearn celebration, and I tell them there's nothing like it. It's different, it's special, it's fun. Obviously, we're having great fun here this weekend. The competition, there are, 13 world champions in open events here this weekend. There are 11 Hall of Famers here this weekend. There's never been a Bart Hearn and very few other tournaments in recent years that have the kind of quality field that we're looking at here this weekend. And as I talk to people about it, they always say, well, yeah, that's on my list. I want to go to the Bart and I tell them you absolutely must. Well, apparently, probably 75 of you here are new. This is unprecedented. I think to increase the tournament by 30%, that's really remarkable. And that's a testament again to our Foosball family. This year, we are going to honor 21 fallen Foosers from around the world. And while it's certainly sad and it's heartfelt, but it's also a celebration. That's really what this is. In fact, I noticed kind of a retitle to some degree, the celebration of life. And it really is. That's what this is about. It's about celebrating not only our everyday lives, but also the lives of those who have passed. Now, I'm going to read the 21 names. If anyone would like to come up and say something about them, if they knew them, please feel free to raise your hand and come on up. I don't know who all of these individuals are, but I will read them off and tell you what I do know about the players that I do recognize. Number one was the head rep of the TS Tour back in the late 70s, and a man who helped write the original rule book, kind of a Tom or Arthur Mitchell type in the 70s, known as Dr. Bob Thora. Number two was a Southern California player who I actually knew very well for many years, and who passed away, a man named Rob Edwards. Next up, Larry Hitchcock. Anyone knows Larry? I don't. Remember, if anybody would like to say something about any of these fallen Foosers, please feel free to come on up. Number four was Uncle Larry Lott. Number five was, I believe, an Alabama woman, Miranda Lynch. Number six, Texas player Joel McDaniel. Number seven, I believe, was a Colorado player, Nate Savage. Arthur Mitchell. All right? All right, let's have Arthur Mitchell say something about Dr. Bob.
Just wanted to let you know that Bob Thorne was the one who certified me as an official back in 1980. So y'all have him to blame for me
Arthur, you're twice the official Midwest. $19.80. How old are you, Arthur? Number 7, if I didn't already mention it, Nate Savage from, I believe, Colorado. Number 8, actually a man I did meet in Germany, Jürgen Stakowiak, who is a senior player for the German team. Number 11, a young lady out of Michigan, Ryan Smith. Number 12, a legal promoter and player out of Mississippi, Harold Story. Number 13, a promoter and player out of Indianapolis, Mark Tomlinson. Number 14, a Texas lady, I'm sure many of you knew her, Debbie Davis. Number 15, a man I did know, I've not seen him in years, out of Georgia, Rodney Kondo. And number 16, from North Carolina, I believe, her father may be here, Michelle Brendel. If you'd like to say something, please come on up. This is Jim Brendel. Next up, number 17, Big Jim Sierra, and his brother Mike is here, and would like to say a few words. Mike Sierra.
Wow, this is hard for me because I love Jim. I think a lot of people here that knew him loved him. Last year, I was sitting right here during the ceremony when he called me, and I remember picking up the phone and looking at it, and it was Jim, and he called me quite a bit. And I thought, okay, I'll call him back. And 2 days later, after the tournament ended, 2 days later, I was still in town visiting Tiffany, my daughter, and when I got the phone call that he had passed away. You know, they called him Big Jim because of his heart. He had a heart of gold, the biggest heart you could ever imagine. When he played foosball, his desire to win was like no other. And it was just, that's what he battled foosball the way he battled life. He had a head injury from construction work. There were electricians and hit him in the back of the head. And I mean, this was about 30 years ago. And he started developing different issues, seizures, cancer, ulcer. I mean, anything that you can imagine that you can give a guy to cause him a lot of grief, he developed somehow, some way. But he always fought. He fought hard, just as hard as he did every time he played. And I remember in Oakland, 1999, semi-pro singles, doubles. Even then, he was winning. He went through the day just hellacious matches and winning. And then they had a big dry spell, like sometimes, unfortunately, we do in some of these tournaments. It was about 6 hours, and he told me, Mike, I don't know what, hurting and so much pain. from everything that he'd been going through, and they called his match up finally about 11 o'clock at night. And he was ready to throw in the towel, but he said, no, I'm going to play. And he did. He went in there and he played his heart out. And I mean, he played so hard, and the crowd and everybody, they wanted to give him the win just because of how hard he played. And he would drop and he continued to play, and he ended up taking second place. But at that tournament, he was the winner. You know, he took second place, but in everybody's, in our eyes, his eyes, I mean, he wanted it so bad. We called him the winner, and that's the way he was. That's the way he battled. He had a heart of gold, and I just want to thank, you know, everything that you guys do here. You know, Joe, Charles, you know, you guys bring a group of people together with so much love. And this tournament's not about, we play hard, but it's about family. It's about all of us getting together and old friends, meeting new friends, people for the first time here. I mean, this is great. You couldn't ask for a better tournament. I love this tournament. I've been here 3 times now. Thank you guys, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, Mike. Well said. Next up was a fairly well known, I know a lot of you knew him, out of the state of Kentucky, an outstanding pro player. Delano Casey, known as Danny to many of his friends. This is a man who was a fighter. This is a man who overcame cancer a couple of times before finally succumbing to it. So number 18 is Delano Danny Casey. And number 19 is a man who we also celebrated. Okay, real quick, Charles McIntosh, Delano Casey.
Somebody ought to stand up here and speak to Danny, and if nobody else wants to come, I want to. Danny Casey from Kentucky, and I knew Danny really well. One of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Competitor on the table, fierce competitor, a finer person than a foosball player. He was a pro master at that game. Danny was diagnosed with brain cancer somewhere around 5 to 7 years ago. I remember calling him up. We got straight that he knew he was going to heaven. And I'm going to tell you what, if you followed him on Facebook, you would have seen a man who you could never tell anything was wrong with him. He was just, his spirit was so lifted up. He would lift up other people's spirit because of what he was going through. He would show up at tournaments sick as a dog. Just love seeing all of y'all, like I love seeing all of y'all. We're not all, any of us guaranteed life. Neither is guaranteed, neither am I, neither are you. I tell you what, he was my roommate up in Kentucky whenever we used to provide tables for the IFP events up there. And I got to know him real well. Not a better roommate, not a better man on the planet. Good to his kids, loved his friends. I miss him, but I know I'm going to see him again. So that's what I got to say about Danny Casey.
Woo! Thanks, Charlie. It was last year we were here, and I think when you arrived, I arrived, and I heard that George Garber had passed away literally 2 days before the tournament. It's a shock to all of us. George was a regular here at this tournament and at Texas tournaments, World Championships. I had known George for a couple of decades, and I know many of you would credit George not only with being a friend, but with being a coach and a mentor and a man who really knew the game very well. I think we honored him last year here in the ceremony, and we will honor him once again here this weekend. George Garber. Anthony Ortega.
Yeah, no, you know this, but I was going to be his partner. He asked me to be his partner for the Open that year. I was like, you sure you want me, dude? Really? You play bowling? He told me to switch up. So we did this thing. Oh, okay, that'll work. And the coach, find out he didn't. So that was pretty tough that year. And unfortunately, learned a lot from him. He was like the encyclopedia. You could ask him. That match back in '82, table 5, yeah, 72 degrees outside. Yeah, he hit that ball and he ripped it and told him he should. He was like that. He just knew the game. He knew all your stuff. He was awesome, nice guy. And I was really honored to be asked for him to play. I never played open. I don't think open levels. So I said, well, I'll give it a try. Let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, I'm listening.
Thank you, Anthony. Scott King would like to say something about George as well.
Very short. I said something last year, and anybody here would remember. Just kind of wanted to get up here and say, George, we still think about you, and we still miss you.
Number 20, a recent one, and Alex Delapaz. Obviously, many of you knew Alex. Back we saw him just this last summer. His family is here. Timo. Would you like to say something? All right. Sissy Weber.
Okay, this one hit like really, really close to home for me because this entire family for 20 years paid for her wedding, like his cousin, his best friend Greg, little brother Timo before the king sit on the table, we're throwing him up there. And Alex would be like, shut the fuck up, Jim. But I would not have the honor or the pleasure of knowing any of you if it wasn't for these punk little kids that were like, come on, shake our parents will let us go with you, give us the right to world. Okay. Next thing I knew, I was addicted. 2 years later, I world title. And it's all because Alex taught me into bringing his little punk butt to play foosball. So now, I get the honor of playing in his place because his brother called me. But let's do this. And I'll be playing with Tim this weekend. So, Alex, you used to say, come on, Jake, let's go party, let's dance. So, Alex, I hope you're dancing, dude, and you say hi to all those other cruisers up there.
It's very surprising that this happened. And then the extra doubles. One thing I really asked, if you knew it, tell a story. Everybody loved Alex. If you ever met her brother, you fell in love with him instantly. He was the best brother ever. I want to thank all the people who donated online, showed up for the benefit for Alex. Deep, you're in here, deep in my heart, about each and every one. Off the top of my head, I can't name it, guys. But y'all are a foosball family, and we're strong, extremely strong. And I realized that with Alex, I always told Alex when we came back from 8 years of not playing, and we're never going to stop again. Because we missed it for 8 years. I promised my brother I'm never going to stop, and I'll play till the end, just like he did. Thank you.
Very well said, Timo, very well. And it really is, that we are a family, and we do support each other in these situations. And when we all heard earlier this year that Hoya Thielens had passed away, the outpouring on Facebook was remarkable. Everyone knew her. If you didn't know her personally, you knew of her, you knew what she was about, because she'd tell you. Moya was out there. A woman with a heart of gold, a fantastic player, probably to me, and I've seen just about everybody, that's the best lady forward I've ever seen, was Moya when she was in her prime. Great player, great person, unpredictable, but in mostly a fun way. A story occurs to me, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 years ago here at the Bart. I think maybe in her only visit here. She got kicked out of the place because she would not put her shoes on. She would not put shoes on, and then the management said, no, you've got to have shoes. You've got to have shoes up here. And so she left, and then came back half an hour later with no shoes on, and came back in, and they kicked her out again. But anybody who knew Moya knew that she was a very strong-minded person. Part of what made her great was this toughness that she had. A wonderful woman, and if you ever spend any time with her, you'll never forget it. She was so charismatic, and beyond being a great foosball player, in fact, Moya will be among the class of new Hall of Famers in March in Las Vegas. Well-deserved honor, of course. But we all miss her, and she really brought something special to events, both as a player and as a very unique human being. So, Moya Tilos. And again, it's about family, and there is nothing like this. I'm hoping other sports have something like this. I suppose many do. But it isn't about the prize money. It isn't about trying to come here and beat up on people. It's about coming and competing, but it's also about spending time with friends. So thank you again, everybody. I think
I'd like to mention one more thing too. Like Jim mentioned earlier, we started this thing way back 16 years ago for my good friend, Bart. Bring up here for a second, Heather Hearn, please come here. This is Bart's wonderful sister. She has been able to meet putting all this together, getting our sponsors together, and I love you and thank you for all your support over the years, and a little takeaway for you for Paul too. Big hand for everyone in the Hearn family and all of our sponsors. One is here tonight too, and I'd say a shout out to Troy with hydroponics, organic hydroponics, and Bart Deals. Thank you for your support, Troy. And headed back over to Jim. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Joe. Okay, to finish things up here, let's once again bring up to the stage Mr. Charles McIntosh, our tournament director. Charlie.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Joe. Thank all y'all for coming out this weekend and making this such a wonderful success, number one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your friendship. Most all of you I count as friends. Those of you who I don't count as friends, I just don't know you yet. So I'm just really thankful for the opportunity we have to put on this show. And if it weren't for Joe, it wouldn't happen. But it is a combined effort. So there are some folks I would like to thank. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for letting me be your partner in this. Just look forward. Well, you're very kind. I can say that right at you. Hey, you're certainly welcome. All y'all guys are welcome. It's a privilege to do this. It really is. It means a lot more to me than the game does. There is cake here, so you can have that. Joe just told me to tell you. But the last but not least, we need to get back to playing foosball matches. I just want to say a couple things. Number one, you guys are valuable. I value all your friendships, and I hope each one of you value the friendships you have with one another. I appreciate that we love each other, and we care for each other, and we have our spats when we get over it. I thank you guys for being here. And look at this. Look around you and see these folks here who are coming here to remember our fallen friends. I remember Danny, who was great. I remember Moya. owner or one of the managers here at this bar came up to me yesterday morning and he said, "You know that girl that we had problems with a few years back?" I said, "Who's that?" He said, "You know, the one who wanted to play barefooted." I said, "Yeah, I know who that one is." He said, "Well, she's here again this weekend." And I go, "No, she's not." He goes, "Oh, yes, she is. We had to throw her out last night, Thursday night." I said, "No, she's not. She's one of the ones to remember this weekend." He's a jolly strong. I tell you what, we have an influence in the people around us. We really do. You do. I do. We got to try to take that seriously. Last but not least, I remember all my fallen friends. As I look at that trophy, I think my name's going to be on there one day, good Lord willing. I'm not going to escape going to eternity. You're not either. I want to invite you to come with me. I know I'm going to heaven. Why do I know? Because I believe in the Lord and I trust Him for my salvation, not for anything I do. Woo! And if I don't tell you that when I'm here in front of you, how are you going to hear it when I'm gone? So I encourage you that if you have never come to know the Lord Jesus, that you would someday. Because He tells us there's a way that we can know. So I encourage you, I'm not going to say anything out, I'm not going to preach at you, but I tell you, examine, if you have any kind of faith at all, examine it. Take it to its core and find out what it is. And then believe it or not. But we're all going to go somewhere when we die. And I'm looking forward to seeing you up there. I know Danny's going to be there. I know a lot of others on that trophy that are going to be there too. And I pray you will be too. So let's pray for this group, for the living, and remembering the dead. Father God, we come before you and we thank you for this opportunity that we have to come before you, Lord. To remember those that have gone on. Lord, we place them in your care and they are under your care now, and so we're good with that. And as we continue to endure this life here, Lord, we pray that we would just take a little bit of time to appreciate what we have here, those around us. Lord, if there's one here that doesn't know you, I pray that today would be the day that they would want to know you. That they would ask one of us who knows how to make sure that they have that saving faith. So Lord, as we play foosball, as we enjoy our time together, let us do it with a vigor, with a friendship, with a happy attitude of competition. Let us go away from this place saying it was good to be in Austin, Texas, at the Bart tournament, remembering my friends and enjoying the ones that were there. Lord, we give you the glory for that in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Woo! This is Joe's wife. And I have an idea what some of the things she might say, but I'm going to tell you what, we're lucky to have Joe with us. Here is his wonderful wife, Sam. She wants to say something to you guys.
Good evening. I just wanted to take a moment to reach out to each and every one of you all and thank you. You all, most of you know that a year ago this time, Joe was diagnosed with a very rare form of leukemia. And the prognosis was not good for him at all. But it was you all who sent him text messages or phone called him. We reached out to him when he was in the hospital, when he was recovering, when he was going through chemo. It was you all that got him through this. And 8 months this month, he is cancer-free. So much to him. It was you all that got him through this. Thank you so much for reaching out to him and keeping him going. This is his celebration too tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. This is what I wanted to say. I want to bring everybody out. Anyone else? Are we ready to get back? All right. Well, you guys enjoy the weekend. Have a great time. Be safe out there. Thank you all. Love you all.
Thank you so much for your patience, players, and thank you for the opportunity we've had to serve you this weekend. as we get ready to start calling matches, Dave Rannis is going to have hop back up here and get everybody started playing. And I do want to encourage you, let's all go to our tables, play